So I didn't grow up in church, and occasionally I would go to church with my friends. When I was 7, my grandpa died, and at that time in my life, I had like no concept of what life or death was. And it shook me to my core because I was really close with my grandpa. And because of that, I actually started to develop these like severe anxiety attacks. And basically I would think about life or forever, and it would send me down this path of like, what does this all mean? Why are we even here? Like, what is my purpose in life? And it would basically incapacitate myself. Like I couldn't move. And like I would just cry and freak out and scream. Or like if I was at school, I would like run to the bathroom and freak out and cry. I dealt with that from like the time I was 7 until I was in high school. And in high school it got even worse because I wanted to kill myself, because that was the only way to escape the never-ending, nagging pain of not understanding what my purpose was or why I was here. And the only way to make it go away was my solution, was to end my life. It wasn't until I was a freshman in high school and I was at a football game, and I met this college dude that was hanging out with a bunch of my friends, and he invited me to a summer camp with Young Life. And I heard the gospel in a language that I could understand. The speaker talked about how there's this eternal separation that we have from God, and that's the pain that we feel. Later that night, he talked about how Jesus died on the cross to bridge that gap, to make it available for me to have a relationship with God in the way that he created me to have a relationship with him. And that was it. That was the key for me. I went to the guy and I was like, man, I'm in. Like, whatever this is, I'm in. I don't really know what it means to follow Jesus, but like, I need this. Like, I know that I need it. And I prayed to God for the first time, knowing that he was listening, or at least trusting that he was listening. And I was like, God, if you're real, show me. And that was the first night since I was 7 years old that I didn't have an anxiety attack before I went to bed. And the next morning, I didn't have one when I woke up. And I haven't had one since July 4th, 2006. Finding and accepting Jesus for me was a lot like hearing him say, this is my kingdom. And what I understood that to be after I knew him was, there is a place for you. You have a purpose. I'm going to do something with your life. There's more to this story. I need you to trust me. And I'm like, yeah, because I'm scared to die and I don't want to. But I want to know what my story is going to be as you write it.